Hey, what's up? I'm Nick. I'm going to be your Monday guy here on the Lost Boys YouTube channel. We are going to get things started with the gender tag questions. So I'm just going to roll right into those, and feel free to let me know if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions. I'll do my best to get back to everything. So the first question is, how do you self-identify your gender, and what does that definition mean to you? So for me, this is kind of situationally dependent. Publicly, I only identify as male. I pass pretty much 100% of the time. So there's never really any reason for anybody to question me. And I am a very private person, and I don't really like to get into my personal matters in public. So if I don't know you, I'm just gonna claim the male identity. However, with my friends and family, I'm very open with my transgender label. I completely embrace the transmasculine identity. I didn't even begin transitioning until I was almost 30, I think, 31. I'm just about 32 now, so I've been on T for 8 months. And I grew up in a really small town, so I didn't even know what it, that transitioning was even a thing that was possible. So I didn't identify as transgender until right before I started transitioning. A lot of the traits and moral values that I have are a direct result of being socialized and growing up as a female. And I like those parts about myself. I like those traits. They make me who I am. So that's why, personally, I identify with the trans male label. But publicly, I just male. That's it. Um, okay, the second question is, what pronouns honor you? I use he and him pronouns. Describe the style of clothing that you most often wear. Well, I've been on T for 8 months, and I just had top surgery in December. So this is literally the first time in my life that I've ever felt comfortable enough to even care about having a style. So I guess we will see that style develop together. Maybe you can give me some tips. Okay, talk about your choices with body hair. How do you style your hair? Do you have facial hair? What do you choose to shave or choose not to shave? Okay, well, body hair's still kind of coming in. There's not a whole lot going on there. Um, so I guess we'll skip that a little bit. How do you style your hair? I'm a big fan of switching it up. So I will probably have this hairstyle for about a month, and then it'll be something completely different. Sometimes I like to go punky and I do a little mohawk, or I'll color it, or whatever. Um, Sometimes I'll get frustrated and shave it off. Sometimes I'll play around with hair gel. It's whatever I'm in the mood for. Um, do you have facial hair? Unfortunately, not. The most I have is hardly visible, and it's these little sideburns. Um, but the rest of it is hopefully going to come in one day. I have high hopes. Um, so, yes, I do shave my face, because if I don't, then I get these ridiculous looking hairs that just pop up, but not enough to form anything that looks at all aesthetically pleasing. Um, okay, so question number 5. Talk about cosmetics. Do you choose to wear makeup? Do you paint your nails? What type of soaps and perfumes do you use, if any? I do not wear makeup right now, but I am a huge fan of guys in eyeliner, so I wouldn't put that off the table. Although I've kind of outgrown that phase now, being 31. Um, but I still find it incredibly sexy, so who knows? Do you paint your nails? Um, Not right now. I haven't painted my nails in probably about 5 years. I would, though. I'm not opposed to it. I just don't. I'm lazy and I chip it off. What types of soaps and perfumes do you use, if any? Uh, I am a big fan of natural products, so I like to use products that have as little chemicals as possible. If I can get homemade products, then I do. Um, I'm too lazy and busy to make them myself. I'm a grad student, so I'm using that as my excuse. I'll buy them though. Um, have you experienced being misgendered? If so, how often? I don't really get misgendered anymore, in except for people that knew me before I started transitioning, and that's still kind of a process trying to get those pronouns switched. Generally, they catch themselves really quickly, and they're really cool about it, and they apologize and move on, and it's not a big deal. Aside from that, I haven't really been misgendered in it's about 4 months on T. Um, One issue that I do have though is my partner is 15 years older than me. He's also transgender. He's also a trans man, um, but he's been on T for like over 50, about 15 years or so. Um, so he looks a lot older than me, and now I look like I'm 17, and he's 46. So a lot of times we get some weird looks there. A lot of times people think he's my dad, and then when they find out he's my partner, we kind of get the eye a little bit. But um, so no, I'm not getting misgendered, but I'm definitely getting misaged. Okay, next question. Do you experience dysphoria, and how does that affect you? My dysphoria was 80% related to my chest and about 19% related to my voice. So both of those have been corrected now. The remaining 1%, it just kind of oscillates around the board, but I feel so much better about myself. I've never felt this good in my body before. So it's a really nice feeling. Um, Talk about children. Are you interested in having children? Would you want to carry a child if that were an option for you? Do you want to be the caretaker for any children that you may have? I have fur babies. I'm sure they'll make appearances in my videos, and they're all over my Instagram. I have a dog and a cat. That's it. No children for me. I made that decision about 10 years ago that I did not want to have kids, and it still stands. I don't think that will ever be on the plate for me. It's not something I desire. I love my fur babies to death, and I wouldn't trade them for the world, but I don't think that I have the desire to be a parent of an actual human child. Talk about money. Is it important to you to provide for a family financially if you choose to have one? Is it important to you that you earn more than any partner you may have? Do you prefer to pay for things like dates? And are you uncomfortable when others pay for you or offer to pay for you? I don't really relate money to gender. I think that money should be equal in relationships and friendships. I don't think that one person should have to pay for everything ever. I think that, if you're in a relationship with somebody, you should both contribute what you can. I mean, now if one partner makes more than the other and has more to contribute, that's fine. But I feel that both people should contribute, and both people should take turns paying for dates and for bills and for groceries and whatever. I don't think that one person should ever have to carry that entire burden, unless there's special circumstances. One person's injured and not working or whatever. But, yeah. All right. So, that's it for the gender tag questions. Once again, I am Nick. I'm your Monday guy, and I would love to hear from you. So leave me any questions, comments, suggestions in the box below, and I will see you next Monday.